This week was absolutely beautiful, and you already know I had to pull out some beautiful fragrances, so stay tuned. Hey, what's good guys? Hunter here and welcome back to Fragrance Hunter. The week is finally over, but man, it's been such a stunning, beautiful week. So of course, I had to pull out some freshies, but I also had to pull out some more heavier fragrances because I am obviously testing stuff all the time. But I hope all you guys watching this had a fantastic week and we're all smelling incredible. Of course, drop your rotations down below right before we get into mine. If you aren't familiar with the series, however, we just run down what fragrance we're on each day, how many sprays, the kind of weather outside, and of course, if that particular fragrance got any attention or not. So how about we waste no more time and get right into Sunday. Sunday was in the high 80s and very sunny outside, guys, and I went to the pool. And what fragrance would you guys wear to the pool? Come on, you know I already had to go with Louis Vuitton's afternoon swim because that's exactly what I was doing, guys, taking an afternoon dive into the pool. As you can see, I did get a little bit burnt. I'm looking like a lobster right now, guys, and it does hurt a little bit, but afternoon swim had me smelling incredible laying out by the pool and getting some sun. One of my favorite freshies from Louis Vuitton. However, the performance with this one is complete trash, guys, like literally trash. It only lasts a couple of hours, and for the price tag, that is very unfortunate, and especially how good this fragrance smells. Absolutely, it's kryptonite. However, on that day, I only did do 6 sprays of afternoon swim to go to the pool because obviously when you jump in the pool, your fragrance is pretty much gonna wash away almost immediately. So it's kind of a waste. And each spray of this stuff is probably like $5, but just very refreshing, uplifting it like this mandarin, ambroxan, ginger, and quite literally smells like you're laying out by a pool on an afternoon, guys. That's how good Louis Vuitton afternoon swim is, and that's what I had to wear for Sunday. Monday was in the low 80s and rainy outside, and I pulled out a new fragrance from Supers. This one is Gentleman, which, man, I've been dying to check this particular one out because I'm a huge fan of tobacco fragrances, vanilla, etc. And that's exactly what this baby is. It also has this kind of gourmand, chocolatey facet about it as well. It will kind of be in the same realm as Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford. However, it's more complex and maybe even a little bit fresher with the tobacco leaf in this particular one. But wow, if you're looking for that fall tobacco fragrance from Supers, Gentleman has to be that one, guys. And if you guys haven't checked out Supers, you're interested, of course, code Hunter10 will save you some money on their website. However, on that day, I only went with 5 sprays of this one because, like I said, this is heavier, especially for the summertime. I still have to wear it because I have to test this stuff, etc., etc. So I can't always just wear my freshies. I wish I could. I went a little bit lighter on the trigger. Plus, these guys are such incredible atomizer sprays. It's insane how much it sprays out. Such a beautiful fragrance that literally smells like you're at a country club in the cigar lounge, just hanging out, vibing, smoking a cigar, drinking some whiskey. That's how a Gentleman comes across, and I'll be wearing this beauty in the fall so much. I cannot wait. Tuesday was in the low 80s and cloudy outside, and I went with Prada Luna Rosa Black, which I just recently dropped my review of this one, guys. I had to wear it one last time before the review to get a complete testing of it, test the performance, etc. But wow, this has to be my favorite Luna Rosa, hands down, and I wish Prada would have came out with flankers of black rather than like sport and ocean, and probably even carbon as well, guys, because this is the most unique, sexiest flanker from Prada, hands down, in my opinion. Never tried the OG Luna Rosa though, and I know a lot of you guys were saying that was the best one in my poll on YouTube, so I might have to check that one out. On Tuesday though, I actually did do 12 sprays of Luna Rosa Black, and guys, the performance with this one isn't that good. I was expecting better performance from it, to be honest. I got around like 6 to 8 hours max and about moderate projection, which I don't know. I was expecting more, to be honest, especially with 12 sprays, boys. Yeah. And I believe they also reformulated this one or kind of revamped it in 2025. And mine might be the new bottle, but I haven't smelled the OG in like a long time. It still kind of reminds me of the OG. I don't know if they changed it that much. And of course, you still have that signature tonka bean base in black. But yeah, that's what I wore for Tuesday is Luna Rosa Black. Go check out my review if you did miss it. Wednesday was in the low 80s but sunny outside, and I had to pull out a niche icon that I haven't reached for in a moment, and it is Nishane hacivat, the OG hacivat, guys. Pineapple, earthy oak moss. I love this fragrance. I know a lot of you guys don't like hacivat because of that overdose of oak moss. It's like oak moss prominent through and through this DNA. If you don't like oak moss, check out hacivat X. It's amped up on that fruity pineapple, very juicy and more summery, and completely axes the oak moss in hacivat X, which I probably even should have reached for on that day because it was sunny outside, but I was in the mood for that earthiness from the oak moss from the OG hacivat. And it's basically aventus with overdose of oak moss thrown into the mix. That's how I would describe this. Beautiful fragrance. The performance is outstanding. Of course, being a nishane, you kind of also expect that, but man, I also did go, don't kill me guys, I went 12 sprays with hacivat. I know that is way overdoing it for a scent profile like this fragrance, guys. This is also an extrait de parfum, but between me and you, I really do not care what people around me think about my fragrance or anything like that, believe me. There's no such thing as sissy spraying over here with me. That's what I wore for Wednesday on the sunny day is nishane hacivat. Let me know if you prefer this over the X flanker. Thursday was in the mid 80s and sunny outside, and I might have put on something a little bit too potent for that weather, but I just got it in, and it is a Burberry Hero Parfum Intense, the most intense flanker of the Hero line, guys. And don't know, I just recently reviewed the original Hero. I'm a big fan of that fragrance, and I think the fragrance that actually saved Burberry when it comes to fragrances. Just got this one in, so I had to wear it. I have to test it. And honestly, I don't know if I like this one more than the original, because the original had this kind of bright, aromatic kind of vibe to it. This one is much darker, almost niche-like, guys. Very, very strong as well. Because I believe you get this kind of spicy black pepper. You have that trio, that signature trio cedarwood combo in the mid, plus this kind of leather base. And the leather in this one is very animalic, very dark, rugged, and almost has this kind of damp vibe about it, almost wearing like old wet leather boots, which I know probably doesn't sound pleasant to a lot of you guys, but still, this fragrance is pretty good if you like those more dark, spicy, earthy, almost niche-like fragrances, and you probably will enjoy this beast. On that day though, I only went with 5 sprays of Hero Parfum Intense because like I said guys, it's very dark, not suited for the summertime like at all, and it lasts over 12 hours. Probably one of the strongest designer releases as of lately. Also got a comment from my girl when she walked in the door. She's like, wow, you smell good. I had her smell it up close because I was actually wondering if she was serious or not. And then she said that it smelled better in the air than up close on skin. Because yeah, up close on skin, you're gonna get a burst of that very dirty kind of leather note. I never tried the Parfum or the Eau de Parfum, only the original Hero and this one. This kind of still does slightly have that original kind of DNA thrown into it, just done in a much more spicy, earthy way. But yeah, that's what I had to rock for Thursday is Hero Parfum Intense. Friday was in the high 80s and very sunny outside, guys. I went to the pool again, and that's when I got really burnt. You should see my chest and my shoulders. Yeah, you don't want to see that. But on that day, I had to pull out something fresh that suited the hot weather and the pool, and I went with M. Michelef's GN Tonic, guys. This one made my top 10 summer list for niche fragrances of 2025 because this one right here is a banger freshie, guys. So bubbly, fizzy, and it literally smells like you're sipping on a gin and tonic. Kind of had that club soda fizziness thrown in there, man, but this stuff is insane for a sunny summer day. And for some reason, I see a lot of you guys hate on this fragrance. I don't know why. Maybe because the performance isn't the best for you, but the scent profile is outstanding and just very much unique. I did actually go 10 sprays of GN Tonic to the pool. And when I was actually in the pool, guys, this fragrance was still lasting. My girl, even when we were swimming around, she's like, wow, you smell really good, when she was like up close to my neck. So even compared to like afternoon swim getting washed away from the pool like almost immediately, this one kind of outlasted the pool water, guys, and it was still on me even after swimming. The performance actually isn't that bad from my testing with GN Tonic. So I don't know what you guys are talking about. You must got like some alligator skin or something. But yeah, that's what I wore for Friday is this beauty in the summertime is GN Tonic. Wrapping the week off on Saturday, it was the hottest day of the week, high 80s and very sunny outside, and I put out a Lattafa that I almost forgot I owned, but wow, I'm surprised because this one is good, and it is Lattafa's Sacrat, guys. This has got to be probably one of the best freshies from Lattafa under that $20 price point, and does very much remind me of Acqua di Gio, either the original Acqua di Gio, the Parfum, Profumo, etc., etc. It has that Acqua di Gio DNA thrown into this one without a doubt. Very bright, citrusy bergamot mixed together with this kind of spicy, zesty ginger in the opening. So refreshing. But you also do get this kind of aromatic, kind of spicy, creamy lavender mixed with that violet leaf, which the violet leaf in this one comes across very ozonic to my nose, and kind of rounds it off with this musky sandalwood base in Sacrat, which I think it's how you pronounce it. I'm not really sure. That is kind of a weird name. So if you're somebody that loves Acqua di Gio and you want Acqua di Gio on the low, sub 20 bucks, this might be one of the best options to go for. On the day, went 5 sprays of Sacrat because I only had to spray my clothes because, like I said, I was burnt. Can't really spray my neck where it's gonna burn like crazy. So I'm gonna be healing and lotioning up and probably not spraying my fragrance on my neck anytime soon. But that's what I wore to wrap off the week on Saturday is Lattafa's Sacrat. Let me know down below if you guys have checked this one out yet. But guys, that's gonna do it for my weekly fragrance rotation. As always, if you haven't dropped a comment already, let me know down below the fragrance you guys wore for the week, because you are always pulling out bangers, sometimes stuff I've never even heard of, and putting me on as well. Besides that though, leave a like on the video, subscribe below if you haven't already, because what are you doing? I got you guys with the fragrance content, and I'll see all of you back here in my next upload. Take care, everybody.